My dude, when you said just started, this is a gut job, man. It's crazy, man. How you been?
Skeleton, man.
Lala, how have you been? How are things?
Good, how are you?
Good
Good to see you.
Good to see you, Sean.
Good to see you
Hey,
again.
how you been?
Good.
Yo, this is
How are
crazy.
you?
Good, this is Matt.
How long you had this one?
I had it for
Look,
a
the
little bit now. I got
chandelier's
this
still
one
in there.
closure.
Okay.
This is Matt.
On one of the
I'm
auction
Matt,
sites?
intern.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice to
But
meet
it's
you.
crazy with
Yeah.
this one. I just,
Swing around the other side.
I didn't really want it.
Is that the story you was telling me you was bidding and then you was
Yeah, I
like,
didn't
oh
really-
shit, I won.
I didn't really want it. I just threw a number out there, and then
That shit came through.
it just came through. It was only taking backup offers.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you told me that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I took it, and then they called me, hey, you won. Oh shit.
Y'all sure I got it? Check again. Check again.
Okay.
What happened to the first guy?
Well, yeah, man, this is a big job, man.
It's a big house though, right? It's
Yeah,
huge.
It's about 7,000 square feet.
Oh my God.
Typically, what people normally do with a house like this, they tear it down.
Tear it
That's
down.
what
Yeah, cause what's your cost per square foot to build brand new up here?
I do.
Right.
Here,
It's expensive over here because your finishes are crazy.
yeah, it has to be. But this was a challenge. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna try to keep the integrity of the house,
Keep the framing, right?
frame it.
Because that costs some money.
But this one had bad, a lot of water damage with this one. A ton of water damage, rotted wood. It's been abandoned for a little bit.
About 10 years.
Damn.
Yeah.
So it was an eyesore out here.
Yeah, so it was an eyesore. So instead of,
What you get, a great price?
yeah, it did.
Okay. Because this probably a 1.5, 1.6 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, after done.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
For about 700. So
what you trying to say, Ron?
about five in it. Even higher than 1.6 is probably low.
We low end, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can't find nothing. It's probably nothing
This
here for
area-
sale, is it?
Yeah, this area demands that pricing, you know, so especially for the square footage.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Let's do this.
Let's see what happens, right?
Let's see what happens.
Worst case scenario, I'll break even.
I rolled the dice on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I think the worst case is you got a dope house on your hand and you may break even, but I think you're gonna win anyways.
Yeah.
Because y'all got buyers like these out here.
Yeah.
They just look right. You added all this on?
No, that's all.
That looks brand new.
It's a stucco job. That's all. Everything's pretty much been there.
Yeah.
I just took out all the rotted stuff, changed the roof. Trying to get, right now, it's just the guys are doing the framing. And once we do the framing, then back to closing it up.
You wanna walk around it?
Yeah.
Yeah, check it out.
I'll give you the break
A
it down.
50-cent tour on it?
Yeah.
Hey, Charlie,
She
I'm
can
gonna
she can do better at
You probably know it better, right? Did you pick out any finishes yet?
So the finishes are going to be like the last thing. So what we've gone over so far is window placement. I've removed like some of the windows that were there that just didn't make sense.
Yeah.
This room over here, and we can walk, but we're
Yeah.
going to make it into a theater room. So we just took out all the windows completely, black it out. Because normally houses of this size, they do have a theater room, you know, an office, a good master, a pool. So this one basically had everything. So we definitely wanted to give it the theater space. And this is connected to your kitchen. So it's like a really good feel.
So what was the story with the previous owner? You probably don't know, do you? Did the neighbors come out and tell you?
To be honest, what we heard,
Yeah, well,
or what I think,
word in the street.
the word on the street is he has some
Financial issues.
Yeah.
And just, they say scare money don't make no money, right?
I say it all the time.
You know what I mean?
I'm the type of guy, I wipe out my operating account. I try to wipe that joint out every couple months, you know? Because and when it come back, it feels better.
You know?
Sitting there, you just look at it.
And I'm a firm believer everything happens for a reason. Like,
Yeah.
I really didn't want it, but I put it out there and then it came. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. They must want me to have it.
with this house.
Yeah.
It came into like our
And the thing is, I've seen this house. We've seen this online before, and we talked about it. And I was like, nah, it's too big.
Yeah, I was
nah,
like,
it's too
look at
big.
this. It's a whole mess. And he was like, nah.
Nah, I'm not jumping in.
It's too much.
So I ain't gonna do that.
Well, I'll let you give the 50-cent tour.
Yeah, I mean,
However you want to do it.
Oh,
good.
let's do it.
You wanna start- let's start in
might
the
as well
back.
start on this side and just work our way. So
Wow,
over
what the
here, you have a whole mother-in-law suite.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Like, wow.
And that mother-in-law suite, so it has its own garage. It's gonna have its own bathroom. It can have a kitchenette. It's gonna basically be prepped for anything. And actually something that we were just talking about that we kind of ran through was that whoever lives here, either they could use it as a mother-in-law suite or maybe even try and use it as like Airbnb or something like
This is
that.
a whole different.
So this got termite in it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
All of that will, so that's a lot of what was in this house. So you'll see a lot of the rotted wood. And then also we're re-stuccoing the whole thing. So you'll see some places that have the new stucco, and of course we're still working on that, and everything will get new framing, new wood.
Everything pretty much will be new.
You went down to the bone. What's your projected time for this construction?
Well, I'm doing this one in stages.
Yeah.
So right now, what I'm focusing on is the framing, windows, stucco, and then obviously the roof.
Because you being your own GC, right? That's right. I remember the story.
So once.
Got thrown into that.
Don't want to be. I'm gonna do it myself. Let me take my
so
time.
I'm doing it in stages. So once that is complete, then it's time to shop it around again and.
I think that's smart.
To finish the inside.
And I think that's how you asked him about the budget, and I think that's kind of how he's able to keep a hold of that budget, because if he was to pay out or to just give it all to one guy, or then that's when problems start. And a house of this size, I think if you weren't to break it up, you just start losing track of stuff real quick, left and right.
And I think that's exactly what contractors do anyways. Like they go out
That's
and they
do.
you got the GC and he got his 7 different guys to do this, 7 different guys to do this, and they're like, yo, put me some offers in.
Yep, exactly.
Move them in stages. So I think that's the right thing.
And time-wise too, another part of that is the city. So going through permits with a house this size, you have to. And this is a smaller city, so they are invested in what you're doing, especially because it hasn't really been done. So we're actually.
And they want the taxes from this property too.
Oh, hell yeah, they
Well,
do.
you know, that
Taxes ain't cheap, man. I'm trying to get rid of this thing, man. I'm trying to move.
That
But the
comes
city
whether
want to
the
hold me
property-
up.
They're not. But when you fix it
finished or
up,
not.
they're gonna take the property value up, which
Yeah, for
means
sure.
they can get more taxes for
sure.
it each time.
For
Which
sure.
is
That's
better.
why we'll try to like.
Yeah, so they are invested in what you're doing because they're gonna collect
They
some.
get their little cut too,
Well, hey,
man.
by the time this is done, it's like, oh, it's a $2 million crib.
Yeah,
they
for sure.
They gonna tax it as like
For
that.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Crazy. So you got a whole in-law back here.
A whole
You gonna keep
whatever
this
you
garage?
want. Yep.
Yeah, I'll keep the
So a whole
garage.
bonus area basically, which is great.
Because it actually is 100% separated from the house.
It is 100%.
Yeah, it
now
is. It
it's
is.
still
You gotta
considered
see it.
attached just because
Yeah,
of
Because it
this right
can't.
here.
Because see, there's ways around it, right? So you cannot have another like
separate
separate
dwelling.
because then it's a different whole zoning. You know what I mean? So because it's attached to the house, then it's cool.
Part of it.
Well, even when
Yeah.
it comes to cost, they're like, oh, that's a whole nother, with the stucco and everything like that. They consider it basically like building a mini house. So you got your big house,
Trying
and
to
if
get you.
it's not joined, then you have a mini house and a big house.
You
and
just
it
put
doesn't
some
make
wood
sense.
together. See, all right, they connected, dude.
They connected, cool.
Yeah. So that
Crazy.
whole walkway, and we'll do something cool, cool stepstones,
Yeah.
whatever, going back, but that leads to the backyard. So it's really, this place got its whole own thing.
So do you see the vision at the end already, or you
Oh yeah, I mean
all your decor and all
I'm
that
pretty
stuff?
there.
Yeah.
I've got like color schemes in my head and stuff like that. And now that when we take you inside, we've raised the ceiling in the kitchen and stuff like that. So I think I've got a pretty good idea, and I've talked to him about it. I think we're kind of on the same page. This is just one of those you can't drop the ball with that design. Clean, crisp, stuff.
I was sold on the palm trees, man.
Yeah.
I saw palm trees in Texas. I said, okay.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it. I like that.
We're not removing those palm trees, man.
And it's funny that he brings that up, but when you're doing these houses, you're doing any houses, a big part of budget too is that landscaping.
Hell of a budget.
And because this house is so large, like we actually got lucky to have all these mature palm
those
trees.
expensive.
Like, yeah.
Those are real expensive.
Hell yeah, they're
So-
expensive.
That I think that really actually helped us out a little bit. So the
it's gonna
guys
be
are like, don't touch it.
Yeah,
Don't touch the
I would
trees.
just manicure those bad boys. So you got 3-car garage?
Yep.
Yep, 3-car garage. You want to go through the back and then?
Sure.
And
If
through
you
the-
want. I think they had that closed off anyway.
Yeah, they got it closed off. Man, this one, man, it's always something, man. It's always something.
You been buying anything new since the
No,
keeping
no.
everything chill, right?
No, right now, I
Well,
told you,
he's
I mean,
finishing
like,
out phase one.
I call it phase one
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I told you, I got trigger happy. Like, I was just,
Let me get that. Let me
yeah,
get
me
that.
get that, me get
You see that over there? Let me get that one too.
The
Exactly.
monsoon.
Yeah.
But I mean, you even can close your eyes and see what this
Oh,
backyard could be.
Oh yeah.
You
100%.
see this? This is, and what you don't see right now, there was like huge columns over there, an enclosed space with like an outdoor kitchen, but it was just too close.